Hey everyone, it is Mad Mike here from Poughkeepsie, New York. Do not listen to how Sorg pronounces it. And we are here for your Thursday Night War. And I'm
So
here.
intense.
I know, thank you. I do what I can. That lovely, those dulcet tones that you've heard were Matt Carlins. Matt, how you doing tonight?
It's awesome. I'm awesome. You're awesome. We're here. No Riz this week, so the inmates run wild, man.
I assume Riz is on vacation. I hope he is pounding back many shots as we speak. I hope he treated his vacation like I did mine by drinking every time Davey Richards kicked in his match, which, by the way, I don't recommend.
Uh, the other drinking game you don't want to play is you don't want to be playing the drink every time you spot me in the crowd on NXT for the past 2 weeks, this week and the following week, or you too will get filthy drunk.
Yes. So, unless that's your goal, you don't want to play either of those drinking games. If it's your goal, call into the show. But anyway, let's talk about NXT first, since you were there, and I wasn't there, but I saw it. So,
Which was like being there.
yeah, I mean, it's like being there. It's fine. I had a good seat. So what's your one word for NXT this week?
Chicken.
Chicken. Okay, I like it. Mine is silence. Silence.
You know, whenever I was there live watching this taping, which seems to be like 2 months ago, but when I saw the entrance of the Vaudevillains, I looked at this entrance happen, and I saw them come down to the ring, and I would just thought to myself, Mad Mike has a new favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching this going, there's no way he won't like this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And tonight, we got to see their souped-up new super introduction, which is top-notch.
Oh man, everything about the Vaudevillains is phenomenal at this point. Every single thing. They come out in black and white. They now have an old-timey announcer, which is amazing. And the match was fine. I wish it would have gone longer, especially with it being Enzo and Cass, who I love now that Enzo is back because he makes Big Cass watchable. But not only that with the Vaudevillains, but their backstage segment. Matt, they did it. They did what I've wanted to do with the Vaudevillains.
And you know what? Thanks to Full Sail University, they have an endless supply of backstage lot to work with for filming these segments. So they're pretty set.
For those of you who didn't watch NXT, you really should get the network. If you don't have the network, put one of us down as a referrer so we get the $25 card if they still do that. But this week on NXT, the Vaudevillains interrupted Kalisto backstage, and they didn't speak, but they held up a card that said what they would say if they were about to speak, which was the greatest thing in the world. It's what I've been wanting them to do since the Vaudevillains was even a concept, and I gotta say, I cannot wait till they translate to the main roster and it gets like their type gets blown up on the jumbotron. Like it's gonna be fantastic. Everything about this is gonna be great.
It's just another example of NXT is so good at kind of launching these gimmicks. They're so good at refining the entrances and everything like that. Now, what you're going to do as the performer in the ring, once you've got that all laid out for you, once the carpet is rolled out, is up to you. But man, they could set the table.
Mm-hmm.
That's a beautiful thing to watch.
And we have a tag division on NXT.
That's exactly right. Just as I told you when I reported back from Florida a few weeks ago on the Wrestling Mayhem show, I told you that it seems like the tag team division is being rebuilt on NXT, and sure enough, it's happening.
I mean, you have the Vaudevillains, you have Enzo and Cass, you have Meh Resistance, you have, I think you still have J.J. Dillon, even though they're saying Ty Dillinger is out. But You still have the Ascension, and Kalisto said he's going to have a new tag team partner.
Do you want me to
So,
spoil it? I won't spoil
no,
it.
no, don't spoil it. Is it good?
It's appropriate.
Okay, I'll take it. I assume Sin Cara. Anyway, um, so before we get to the main event of NXT, was there anything else that really stuck out to you besides Alexa Bliss having a good match?
I mean, Sasha Banks carrying Alexa Bliss to another good match? No. No, actually, I was going to state that it's weird because, like, when you're at the NXT show, which is what I was doing, it's just so exciting to be there and to be watching NXT live that it just kind of all felt awesome while I was watching it. But this was the week that I was watching the show going, did I sit through this? This felt a lot more awesome whenever I was there. That's the way most of the show felt like. But yeah, I mean, Adam Rose was cool to see live just because I was there. A lot of the other stuff was just passable. But, of course, main event, Sami Zayn doing his thing. And Tyson Kidd is so close. I'm excited, but I don't want to get too excited. But he is right there. He is so close to finding it. And I'm just holding my breath, hoping that this little bit of momentum that Tyson Kidd is starting to build up is gonna really start to build, because I'm telling you, this can work for him and for Natty.
I just worry if it can translate. I worry about that, because if you bring this to the main roster, it obviously gets blown up, like, to a larger degree, like the Wyatts did, like Bo Dallas did. If you bring this up to the main roster, you're eventually going to have a Total Divas divorce. Which, I mean, would be great. It'd be amazing, but I don't know if they're going to go all the way on that.
I don't think that should be the end game on it. I mean, I think it seems that it will have to end in either one way. Either Natty decides to side with Tyson and go evil, or she's going to stay good, and that'll be the end of that.
The only way to
lawyer.
The only way to make this better is if you bring Tyson Kidd back up to the main roster and Summer Rae starts flirting with him.
Well, I don't see any reason why she wouldn't. So.
Because, I mean, the Natty Summer Rae feud on Total Divas is captivating television, let me tell you. It's captivating.
But getting back to Tyson, unlike some of the other NXT gimmicks that we've seen try to translate to the main roster, this one is no frills. It's simple. It doesn't require any bells or whistles or anything like that. It's simple. Everybody understands what it's like to be a guy with a girl and having to make that relationship work. And I think it can work. Like I said, I don't want to hold my breath too much, but I've got a lot of optimism. And thrilling chants from the NXT universe tonight, chanting Tyson Chicken and singing the chicken dance during the main event tonight. A+ effort. That was after 3 hours. That was in the third hour of the taping when the Full Sail crowd cooked that one up. Just brilliant. So good.
Hey, we have a third party here, Sorgatron. How are you doing this evening?
I might have watched a little bit of the NXT tonight, and was Carlins watching. So I see we got the man here. He's made it back from Orlando already. Wonderful.
So I'm a time traveler. I could see into the future. I see everything. I got one more week of time travel left in me.
Matt, nice. we have to go to the future. I hear your kids become assholes or something. Anyway, Sorg, what will be your one word for NXT this week?
And that's my word.
Okay, all right.
Because the vaudevillains are amazing.
Yes, that's true.
That's right.
My word was silent.
I'm sorry, I didn't have a sign or anything I could hold up, or else I would have played with that.
So your word is really just a sign that says ...
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Well, Sorg, we pretty much covered NXT. Was there anything else that you liked about NXT?
Great main event. Regal. That Regal dropped the line of "He's my funk soul brother" to Xavier Woods was amazing. Regal, 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 Regal. Why aren't you on more stuff? Probably because you like Florida so much.
And probably because the last time they tried to push him, he got busted with steroids.
Oh yeah, that's probably it too. So he's kind of in the like, oh, you just stay down here, stay down here and do
Yeah.
these things.
Remember when he turned off the lights on Raw? That was good. That was great.
I think I had this conversation, and the other side thing is, I think I had this conversation with somebody. We were discussing. Were we doing this? Were we doing this on the show? Did I miss it? Maybe we're doing the hangout about like NXT guys that are so great in NXT, but probably will never ever make it and make sense. Actually, I was talking to Chachi about this when they bring them up to the main shows. The SAWFT guys, I think, are never gonna go over.
Oh no.
But I want them to so bad.
Sorg, if you can come up to the main roster with a chant, especially a spelling chant, crowds love spelling chants, especially if you're spelling something incorrectly. Like if you want to bring up Enzo and Cass, you bring them up in MSG. Those guys saying SAWFT SAWFT.
So this is something that makes sense to New Yorkers, right?
Oh, those guys are every guy I see in the local bar down in the Bronx.
Okay.
Every guy I see.
Then do that. And again, Adam Rose wrestling, and remind me why I like Adam Rose, which is the thing I don't get. Adam Rose is the diva of the men's division because he has great, entertaining matches. You know, it's not just this whole party gimmick. He has these great matches, and then he doesn't when they go to Raw. Just like, and that was the other thing that I've said recently is any of the NXT girls coming up have not had an NXT quality match yet, Paige included, yet, even pay-per-view.
I don't know.
I'm saying no. No. She's had good pay-per-view matches, but still, I don't think on the level of what they've had in NXT.
I think Paige and AJ will probably.
And sure, and I'm hoping that's the thing that brings it back around. I lost my other thought there. I'm sorry. It's been a long day. I was in a psychological hacks thing this evening, and I've been hacked. So I can't really put much together. Are you guys done with NXT then?
Yes.
Okay, I'll hop out here, let you guys finish up. I don't really have anything on TNA. I'm hoping to catch because I want to see how it looks in the ballroom.
Okay.
All right, see you later.
All right.
Peace.
See you, Sorg. Okay, so now the main event of the evening or something. TNA Impact. Matt, one word for Impact.
Oh, jeez. Oh, no. You go first.
Okay, my one word for Impact, I think, would be stairs.
Yeah. I can't sum it up in the. No, I did come up with a word. No, I'm gonna do more than just give you one word. I'm gonna invent a word for you. Are you ready?
Yes.
My one word to sum up TNA tonight. Twitter pants.
Yep, that is correct. That is correct.
Tommy Dreamer, you sold out.
Tommy Dreamer.
Yourself.
Hash brown selfie. That's all I have to say about Tommy Dreamer. He's just doing it wrong. But
you got a Twitter bird on your pants.
Yep.
Not even, bless his heart, Zack Ryder put a Twitter bird on his shorts, man.
To be fair,
and he was the internet champion.
To be fair, Zack Ryder did put a QC code on his junk.
That was fresh. That wasn't.
He put a QC code.
It wasn't no
junk.
Damn Twitter bird in 2014, Mike.
Well, I mean, let's be realistic about this. If any one wrestler is the equivalent of Twitter's fail whale, it's probably Tommy Dreamer.
I can't speak to that. I'm sure
All right.
Dreamer is tweeting pro wrestler quality tweets all day.
Yes, that's not saying much. So what match on TNA? Well, hold on. All right, let's do what we've been doing.
Yeah.
Matt, one
Yeah.
good thing about TNA this week. This was the first week from New York City.
I love the way the Hammerstein Ballroom looked on television. I love the way TNA lit it. I love the way they shot it for the most part. They made that ballroom look bigger than I've ever recall seeing it look on a televised pro wrestling event. I was in shock watching them. Like, this can't be the same room. This can't be the same space. But it was. It looked awesome. They did a great job production-wise on that side.
Okay.
It was good. It looked big time. It sounded great. Awesome.
I think it's because they kept the lighting to a minimum. Because, like, if you watch old school Raws, they have all the lights on.
Yeah.
Like, they have all the lights on.
They were doing a great job, just like the filtering, the colored lights up toward the ceiling. It made it look great. Yeah, and I think the contrast of the lights and like having it down, having it just not like everything lit inside the room, kind of helped it feel bigger.
Okay.
It looked good. It looked real good.
All right. My one good thing, Dixie Carter. Dixie Carter.
Madam Dixie.
Madam Dixie deserves the utmost respect. I mean, we give John Cena props for coming out in the middle of the Hammerstein Ballroom at ECW One Night Stand, with his belt up, absorbing all of the hatred that comes to him, even though he's supposed to be the face. Dixie Carter was a heat magnet on Impact tonight, and she even said that she had to wear extra sparkles because the city was so dull. I love that. I absolutely love that. That was perfect. Like, Dixie Carter just
It was like she was talking directly to you, Mike.
Kinda. Yeah. A little bit. And the fact that, she had EC3 and Spud with her never hurts. It never hurts.
And Rhino.
And we have a question from Sorg.
Oh, good.
Sorg is asking if they're in the ballroom in the Manhattan Center or was Raw in both. As a New Yorker, I can answer this. The building is called the Manhattan Center, but the room that they are in is called the Hammerstein Ballroom. I don't know if it was the Grand Ballroom. I think it might have been, but I'm not 100% on that. It's whatever ballroom Ring of Honor hosts, because Eamon said he recognized it from Ring of Honor shows. So I think that's the Grand Ballroom. It just looked different.
I don't think it was the Grand Ballroom because they used the Grand Ballroom for One Night Stand, right?
Yes.
And I just don't think it was the Grand Ballroom, but
unless they did a bunch of renovations to it that I don't remember. I don't believe that was the Grand Ballroom because I don't believe they could sell the Grand Ballroom out. No, I do. I think that was really the issue. Like, they sold out whatever ballroom they used, but there's like a couple different rooms in the Hammerstein, in the Manhattan Center. So it's definitely different ballrooms, I think. But my one. All right. So what was your one thing you didn't like about TNA tonight?
One thing I didn't like. Let's see. I'm trying to save the bullet for when I have to do my one thing that I have to change.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I didn't like? I didn't like Brittany. Brittany don't make no damn sense, all right? Here's the problem, Mike. Okay. All right. A couple months ago, Madison Rayne was getting ready to have this tag match with the Beautiful People, and she had to find some random girl to tag with her. She found this Brittany girl to tag with her. And I'm sitting here watching TV, watching this episode play out, and I'm like, this Brittany girl's totally turning on Madison, and we're going to get a new Beautiful People. This is great. And didn't happen. Fast forward to tonight, all of a sudden, Brittany's a badsy again, or not even again, but for once, and I'm just like, what a total, like, if you're going to bring in somebody to be on your roster, you have to at least have a vision that lasts at least a few months. You have to have some sort of arc, some sort of path for this character to follow. And this is just some sort of just pull it out of your ass, bull crap. The Brittany girl has to go and wrestle as a heel now against Madison Rayne. It makes no dadgum sense. If you had it in your head the whole time that Brittany was going to go bad, then you should have flipped her when she was in that tag match 2 months ago or whatever it was. And then it's even better because then she's in the Beautiful People and she can get some actual legitimate something interesting with her, some heat. And it would be better for me. And really, that's what all this is about. I want to be entertained, and you failed on this front, TNA.
And I'm going to channel the Riz when I say TNA.
Yeah.
That's basically the whole solution to the Brittany thing. Is just TNA booking.
It's just so disappointing because you substitute what would have been a great heel turn that had a great chance to succeed, and you replace it with a heel turn that basically is nothing and is wasted. She lost. So whatever.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like they don't even have 3 females that can go against the Beautiful People. They have Madison Rayne, they have Gail Kim, and now they have Taryn Terrell back. And even if you didn't have Taryn Terrell, what's ODB doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
So my bad thing this week, racist James Storm is racist.
Yeah, that was uncomfortable to watch. I didn't hear everything of what he said, but I saw him slapping around Sonata, and I was like, I don't think I like where this is going.
He said "you people" a whole lot, and
that's good code for I want to say something racist here, but standards and practices won't let me say it.
Yeah, that's never a good thing. He was slapping around Sonata. He's like, hey boy, like you're great Muda. He's gonna be disappointed in you. And, of course, Muda's coming back next week. So, unless we have Muda turning heel on Sonata and signing with James Storm for some reason, I wonder how that's going to go. Although, if we do have Muda,
say that. So.
If we have Muda and James Storm, and Muda tries to spit the green mist, and James Storm blocks it with beer spittle, that might be the greatest thing in the world.
It'd be like Iceman versus Pyro in X-Men 3.
Exactly. And
yeah.
Sorg says,
I can't believe I just dropped an X-Men 3 reference here on this after show. It's my most despised movie of all time, and here I am. I'm just dropping references on it like a fool.
That's the only good thing X3 has been good for, ever. Sorg said we should put racism as a keyword for this episode.
Hey, it worked last time, didn't it?
Exactly. It exactly did. All right.
Yeah.
Matt, what would be the one thing you would change from TNA this week?
Yes, this is easy because I've thought about this the second I saw it. The tag match between your boy Bobby Roode and EY versus MVP and Kenny King. They F this mother up so bad, making your random, stupid disqualification hit the dude with the crutch right in front of the referee finish. Come the F on! You could do better than that. Here's what you do. Either you be the smart bad guys and you cheat to win, or you don't burn a stupid finish for the match and just brawl to the back. Just brawl to the effing back. You know, I'm gonna champion this, Mike. I want to see this finish come back to prominence in professional wrestling. I want to see the brawl to the back more often in wrestling because I'm sick of these harebrained DQ finishes, and that was terrible. And I know you agree with me.
Mm-hmm.
Bad, 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 bad.
Okay. Did you think it was bad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was real bad. I thought it was a waste of goddamn time. That's what I thought it was. Just cheat to win the match. Just distract the ref, El Kabong EY with the crutch, and pin him. No one will care if you pin EY after hitting him over the head with the crutch. Trust me. Trust me. He doesn't need it. Just pin him. Okay? No one's going to get hurt.
I appreciate you using El Kabong as a reference. That's great. I think my one thing about TNA that I would change this week is promotion. Promotion, because honestly, the matches were fine. The storylines progressed rather well, but the promotion of TNA this week was not at all good. Like, the main event with Jeff Hardy and Bobby Lashley was a fine match. It was, SmackDown 2007. It was okay. But the right before the show, I put on Cops, just because that's what happens to be on before Impact now. It's getting ready for the show. TNA, or should I say Spike TV, promoted Impact by showing Jeff Hardy doing the swanton onto the stairs, which turned out to be essentially the finish of the main event.
Yep.
They showed that in the promotion before the show started.
Let me send a little message out to my friends in the mainstream media in case you guys didn't get this memo, fellas, and especially you guys at Spike TV. If you're promoting a professional wrestling show, even if you already have it in the can, don't show what's going to be on the show. Use stuff from before so you can pretend it's live. That's what it's all about.
Well, no, I have no problem with them not pretending it's live. I have a problem with them showing essentially the finish of the match.
Don't show video. Don't show footage from the professional wrestling show that's coming up while you're promoting that show. That's 101.
Yeah, but Lashley and Jeff Hardy don't have any footage that they can draw from. So I understand why they do that, but at the same time, don't show the finish of the match. Don't show the finish. Or
at least just don't show him making contact. Yeah. I mean, just
show him jumping
and just freeze the screen before Lashley moves and just Tenay's going, oh my god!
Exactly. Make it look like Jeff Hardy's going to connect.
Yeah.
Yeah, make it look like Hardy's going to connect with it.
Be smart.
But
use your head.
The other thing I'd change about their promotion. Hey, Matt, do you know Destination X is next week?
Option C?
Do we have a match? We have a match.
Option C?
There's one match that they booked. Bobby Roode versus MVP Falls Count Anywhere.
Okay.
That's the only thing that they've booked for Destination X. Like,
they didn't really mention it. They were busy having like an old folks reunion at the end of the show to mention what's coming up next week.
I mean, after Lashley wins, at least have Austin Aries come out and say, "Have fun being that champion while you can, buddy, because next week I'm doing option C and I'm cashing in again." At least do that to give us something. And then maybe you can have Kurt Angle say, "Hey, Aries, since you're not going to have the X Division title, let's have an Ultimate X match." But no, they're probably just going to do that unannounced for no reason.
Yep. I mean, I could say it had something to do with the way the tapings worked or something like that, but these are things that you could do in a backstage segment.
Yep.
So there's no excuse.
They didn't even have Mike Tenay doing live commentary. They could have had him throw something in at the end.
Yep.
Like, Tenay recorded the commentary after all of the tapings were done. I don't get it. I mean, I really don't get their promotion sometimes, especially... Or, the other thing I would have changed? Give Jeff Hardy the belt.
It's the basics of professional wrestling, Michael.
Give Jeff Hardy the belt.
Get the people to the next show. It works. It applies to shows in bingo halls that are held once a month in tiny small towns in the middle of nowhere, and it applies to television programming, international companies, everything else. Get them to the next show. Did TNA get you to the next show? I mean, I don't know. I guess they're still teasing you for putting Dixie through a table, but that's probably not going to happen, is it, Mike?
It might happen.
Not on free TV, it's not.
Matt, all they have is free TV. The next pay-per-view is the one in October at Bound for Glory.
Oh, man, they're really going to string this out, aren't they?
Yup. Probably too much. Probably not too much longer, though. But anyway, so which show do you think won this week, TNA or NXT? It's a tough call.
It's a tough call. I just sat here for the last, 15, 20 minutes just bitching up a storm about TNA. Mm-hmm. But at the end of it, I gotta give the night to TNA. The atmosphere was good. The show looked good. I like the way Lashley's coming along as the champion, and Jeff Hardy did once again try to kill himself for our entertainment. So I have to give the night to TNA.
I believe I'm going to give the night to NXT. I
You
think
son of a...
I'm giving the night to NXT. Anytime William Regal's on commentary, that automatically gives you a boost. I like Alexa Bliss. I like her "feel the sting of my bling" catchphrase. That's pretty great. And I do love the Vaudevillains thing. Push it over the top. And the main event was extremely solid. The main event was extremely solid. I don't know if I would have liked that main event as much if Regal wasn't commentating it. I think...
Well, as someone who was watching it without the benefit of Regal commentating it, I can tell you it was awesome live. So don't worry. But you know what? If there's one thing I learned from going to the NXT tapings down there at Full Sail, it's that Sami Zayn is freaking awesome. So, of course, he's doomed for mid-card eternity and main roster. But, hey, for now, my hero, Sammy. You're the man.
All right, well, if you want to hear more of us talking and bitching about wrestling, please feel free to follow us at Mayhem Show. Follow me at MadMike4883. Follow Matt at Matt Carlins.
Or follow me at Mainstream Matt for pure wrestling content. And if you're feeling frisky, go to my blog. I've got something brand new for all of you kids. Go to mainstreammatt.blogspot.com or go just check out my Twitter at MainstreamMatt, and you will get to read my new blog post, A Guide to Carrying Around Multiple Title Belts Without Looking Like an Idiot. It's something educational. It's something any pro wrestler or fan can benefit from. We're going to help change professional wrestling for the better, Mike. We're going to help these fools. We're going to ban the belt scarf. We're going to make things right.
The only person allowed to wear a belt scarf is the Ultimate Dragon, because he can actually make a Doctor Who belt scarf with all the belts that he had.
Ultimate Dragon, during my research, little tidbit, there's a clip of Ultimate Dragon getting ready to battle the Great Sasuke for the J Crown. And it's just like a fleet of attractive women, each one holding up a belt, leading them into the ring. And I'm like, this is the way you do it. You don't try to haul around too many belts. You find some girls to carry them out for you. Maybe you get a manager.
Sonny Ono?
Yeah, you take the load off of yourself, and everything looks good. You don't try to like haul them around over your neck like you're pulling the yoke, Jay Cena. Come on, buddy.
You know who accomplished pulling off a whole bunch of accolades together really well? Owen Hart.
Yep.
Owen Hart,
belts,
tag belt around the
slammies.
waist, slammy in each hand.
Yep, that's easy.
Yes.
Doing it right.
So anyway, go to SorgatronMedia.com. Go to WrestlingMayhemShow.com. We do our regular show every Tuesday night around 9 p.m. And feel free to keep an eye on this page because we're probably going to have a Battleground after show. We're going to have another Raw after show on Monday. So yeah. Feel free to tweet us at Mayhem, call the Mayhem line, and send an email to
goodtimes
at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. And, yeah, this has been the Thursday Night War. Peace out.
Peace out.